My name is Voliva. I'm with the Santa Rosa Rural Cemetery, a volunteer. We wanted to do a living history in the cemetery. It had to be at night. That was exciting, and we wanted to call it the Lamplight Tour, which means it had to be done at night. With over 5,500 burials in our cemetery, every life, famous and not so famous, child and adult, had something to say. Well, this year we counted almost 80 volunteers. Last year was 66, so I think we increase every year with guides, actors, props, people. It's just exciting. I mean, a lot of people have never been to a cemetery, let alone at night. That's where history ends. I mean, why not have history where people are buried?
My name is Bill Montgomery, and I'm the city's coordinator for the cemetery and also a volunteer at the cemetery. Well, it's held at night because at night's the time when you get the magic. You're out there in the dark with these lights, and then these characters basically come out of the dark and act out sections of their lives from the past. It's quite remarkable that an entire city council agreed to spend basically 4 nights out there acting out this vignette.
Have you any suggestions as to what we could be doing?
To lead the people out of despair and into hope. Build a bigger and greater Santa Rosa.
Build a bigger and greater Santa Rosa.
It's a great opportunity to get the sense of the history of the community. You actually get to see the characters, hopefully similar to what they might have been. You hear their words or words similar to what they might have said, and you'll see them in their costumes, in many cases with props. They look like their own area, and they're dealing with issues that were dealt with by people who lived in this community over the past 150, even to 200 years.
My part is Julio Carrillo. He was one of the founding fathers of downtown Santa Rosa. He and Barney Hohen actually donated the land for Courthouse Square, upon which future courthouses were built and then knocked down. At night, it's definitely more dramatic. I think highlighting the grave sites focus more on the history of the people.
I beg your pardon, senor. I do not believe in curses. And the name is Julio Carrillo.
Mr. Carrillo? Is that you?
See, I must defend my reputation.
But at night, spotlit by the lanterns, people are focused on the drama of the vignettes, and of course it is theatrical.
You and your firefighting, I don't understand why the Board of Trustees would go and elect a drunk English barkeep as their fire marshal.
We can take it outside.
You see a lot of familiar names that are on street signs, and it's just a gorgeous place to walk. I think once people feel that this is their own treasure, they would be happy to volunteer to keep it going and maybe to ham it up a little bit in one of the Lamplighter tours.
I think so I get a thrill out of being involved in doing the research and particularly telling a story. I'll usually start with some story that I think is interesting that I really want to get across, and then trying to tell that story in 4 to 5 minutes effectively so that people really understand it and it's interesting, and usually I try to go for a little bit of humor when I can. It's quite a challenge. So it's kind of a challenge to put it together, and then above and beyond that, that's the sense of community. All the people that get together to work on this is a real treat each year.